So now there are new allegations of Corey Holcomb being talked about as a PDF. My disclaimer, this is just me. I don't think he is. I think that he says too much in a joking manner. But you got to remember in life, everything you say and do will be held against you, especially in the court of law. So let's watch and react.
Pussy, that's the best. I'm saying, please keep this piece of tape for future references. I'm telling you now, when they go after me, they get dirt like a.
See, that right there is not good. When they go after me, they got dirt like. Let's watch what he's saying.
Corey Holcomb's career might be over after.
Let's go back.
They get dirt like a.
Corey Holcomb's career might be over after these.
And that's poetic Flacco.
They're accusing Corey Holcomb of being a PDF, and the receipts are going mega viral and gaining a lot of steam. It feels like the more these receipts go viral, Corey Holcomb's career might be over, bro. The ending may be near. And the worst part about it all, this damage is self-inflicted. They're just using Corey's own admissions against him. I don't know what.
And you know what? With Flacco saying, I'm going to have to agree. Like, in my heart of hearts, I don't think he's a PDF. I'm going to keep it real. But I think the things that he says, like, especially on this extremely sensitive topic of anything doing with having to do with the little ones, no one or most people are not going to play with this subject, but let's keep watching.
Corey was thinking, comment on the podcast and admitting to certain things he admitted to, but now the world is watching.
When I was in Iceland,
see, like,
don't have to be no 18. I think it was 13, maybe.
See, this one right here is so distasteful. But listen,
14.
Yeah,
that's a grunt. The vagina been on this planet 14 years. I've said this before on the show. Also, do you know if a woman 16 years old gives you a baby, that is going to be 16, 17, 18, 19. That is going to be one of the healthiest babies possible.
First red flag was Corey Holcomb.
okay.